Hey, what is up guys and gals? Julian RH15 here, back again with another video. This is the first video of the brand new year, and I have for you part 3 of the most requested characters in Marvel Rivals. This is a list that is comprised of your guys and gals' comments throughout my other videos. So if your character isn't on this list, I probably already talked about them in previous videos, or they're a leaked character. I don't want to get into leaked characters. But before we start, I did hit Diamond 3, and I'll tell you the secret method now. Introducing Gear Up Booster. Gear Up Game Booster is your ultimate weapon against performance issues. Gear Up ensures smooth, lag-free gameplay. Are you tired of that Hawkeye killing everybody on your team in their backline just because you were lagging? Well, install Gear Up. You'll take care of it easier. And don't worry, Gear Up Booster is not just for Marvel Rivals. This is also for a lot of popular titles on the PC. Another common question you might have is, Julie, I'm on console. I know the pain of using Wi-Fi on console. It's a pain that shouldn't be felt, and Gear Up has a way to fix that. Gear Up Booster also sells the Hyper-V. It is a gaming router that can work for your PS5, PS4, all the Xboxes, and Switch. And right now there is a New Year discount, so this is the perfect time to grab it. I don't want to see anybody else disconnect from my games anymore. Don't let lag hold you back. Boost your game with Gear Up and start winning. Also, got a little surprise for you. If you sign up for a membership, make sure you use code Julian. Get yourself a nice little discount. To start your lag-free experience today, make sure you go to the description below or in the pinned comments. Now back to the video. Before we go into the most requested characters in this community wish list, I just want to address I am more of a DC guy and not a Marvel guy, but I do know a couple stuff about Marvel characters. So if I get something wrong, don't kill me. All right, I try to fix stuff. And also, Gwenpool sucks. Starting off this list is Taskmaster. This is a character that can copy any ability that he sees. It's some type of condition he has where once he looks at something, he can replicate it. Like, for example, Hawkeye can shoot his bow, and if Taskmaster, looks at him, he can do the same thing. He got that it's something photographic memory, I believe. In a case like Marvel Rivals, that's going to be a little bit difficult to pull off because you can't copy the Hulk. Really? You really can't. I don't think he can copy superpowers. He can copy like martial arts stuff. So like, I believe Taskmaster can copy just martial arts and weaponry usage, but stuff like Doctor Strange, I don't think he can copy, right? It's a little out of his element. I don't think he can copy Magneto's like mutant abilities. I don't think he could do that, unless I'm wrong. I could be completely wrong. But I still think it'll be cool to see Taskmaster in this game. His primary weapon might be just his sword and shield, so I can see him being a duelist, having a ton of mobility, probably copying other like martial art, like Avengers abilities would be kind of cool. And I don't think Taskmaster's doing much right now in comics and also live action. I think the most recent appearance was the iteration in Black Widow, and that wasn't very good. She's going to be in the Thunderbolts, but I don't think she's making it through. That's just my take on that. Next up on the list is She-Hulk. Now, I think this would be a very interesting character if they do add her to the game, because I'll actually like to see her as a duelist than a Vanguard. I know there's going to be a ton of duelists. I don't want any more duelists in the game. I feel like she'll fit the duelist category more than a Vanguard. But she could definitely be a Vanguard, don't get me wrong. But I feel like for a duelist category, it'll be fun to see like a more agile Hulk. And before you say anything, She-Hulk could be very different from the Hulk. All right, if Marvel vs. Capcom can make two different characters, She-Hulk and Hulk, they can make two different characters in Marvel Rivals, all right? I don't know. What do you guys think She-Hulk should be? Should She-Hulk be a Vanguard or a duelist? Because in my mind, I think it should be cool. It'll be cool that she'll be a duelist in the game and have like a cool team up with the Hulk. Next up on the list is a character I really want to see, Nova. Don't know what version you go with. You can go with Sam Alexander or Richard Rider. I would like to see Richard Rider. I think he's a cooler one out of them, and possibly he could be Vanguard if you go Richard Rider. If you go Sam, I could see him being a duelist. I think they try to like negate too many flying characters into the game, but I think Nova will be an interesting choice, on the cosmic side of things. It'll be nice to see Nova in more things, because he's not really in things too often in Marvel media or comics or gaming. Let's talk about the Inhumans real quick. This is a group of characters that they try so hard to push in everything, comics, in media, not so much in games, and it just doesn't work out for them. I don't think they just tell the right stories. I feel like you could definitely tell some crazy stuff with the Inhumans. I'm talking about Crystal, Black Bolt, and Lockjaw. I think Crystal will be, I can see her being a strategist or a duelist. I'm leaning towards duelist. Black Bolt is interesting because I really just know him for one thing, is where like his powers, like if you talk, you just get decimated basically. I don't know how they would implement that in Marvel Rivals, to be honest with you. He's kind of a one-note character, like on the surface. I haven't read too much Inhumans to know like what exactly all these people do, right? I know Lockjaw is very powerful. He has like electricity bubble or something like that, or like he has some protection move where like he fit perfectly as like a strategist role. But Black Bolt, man, he just has like the talking thing and you like basically get decimated. That's all I know from Black Bolt. I know he's like the king or like the emperor of his world or whatever, or the Inhumans. Crystal. What the hell does Crystal do actually? Fire, superhuman strength, oh geez, there's not that much going for this character either. The ones that haven't been commented, or at least on this video, I know Medusa is another popular character. A lot of the Inhumans are interesting. I don't know if we need too many. I think Lockjaw is honestly perfect for the game. It'll be interesting how they implement them into Marvel Rivals. I say Crystal is a duelist. Black Bolt, cool to see Vanguard, but probably duelist. And Lockjaw is probably the most popular out of the bunch because he's a dog with a little thing sticking out of his head. I would like to see Lockjaw in the game personally as like a strategist. But a lot of you guys want to see Inhumans in the game, or at least like some Inhuman representative that's not Miss Marvel or Captain Marvel. What's her name? No, it is Miss Marvel. I get confused sometimes. Let's talk about some street tier characters, starting off with Bullseye. There's a lot of things you can actually do with Bullseye that could work in Rivals, but it just feels a little too samey for some characters. Like Bullseye's like whole things like he's like Deadshot in DC, where like he can't really miss. He's really good at hitting things on target. I know he has like the metal spine, but again, like what would you implement for Bullseye in this game to like be so like a needed character in this game? Like, I like Bullseye, don't get me wrong, he's fun, but he's on the surface, it's like there's not much you can really do with him. If he's implemented to the game, he's a duelist 100%. I don't see him being a strategist or a Vanguard. For some reason, I think Kingpin has a better chance in the game than Bullseye, because like again, you're just hitting things. That's all it is. You're just hitting things. There's not much to it. The metal spine thing, you can implement that in like his passive. I don't see Bullseye making it. Luke Cage, he's another popular character. I like Luke Cage. Oh, I like his TV. I know him from the TV show. I haven't read any of his comics, but I know his relationship with Danny Rand is pretty interesting. But we don't have Danny Rand in the game. We have Lin Lee, or I think that's how you pronounce his name. Iron Fist in Marvel Rivals. But it'll still be cool to see a Power Man. He also goes by Power Man in the comics. I know that. His powers, he's bulletproof. He's strong and bulletproof. So again, not that much you can really go off. What really could you just do with that besides him just taking damage? If you could do some comic stuff where he wears his helmet. Is it a helmet? What do you even call that? It's a helmet, right? I know he wears some type of device on his head that maybe can implement into the game as like a damage buff for his allies, for his like if he is Vanguard in the game, which I think he would be. Again, I can't think of anything right now of how you would implement Power Man or Luke Cage in the game, but it'll be nice to see how they add it. Next up is Elektra. Now this character is very interesting because there's two things you can do about this character. I think would be very interesting and cool at the same time, like they did with Psylocke, to have like the ninja Psylocke was really cool. So imagine they put Elektra in the game, and everyone knows Elektra in like her classic outfit. But I think it would be really cool if they implement the Daredevil Elektra. One, because Daredevil's still not in the game. We don't know if he's coming to the game. I think he is. Two, I just think it's a cooler design. The Daredevil Elektra, like the design wise, is freaking amazing. And you know, since Marvel Rivals pull from a lot of different like comic sources, which is really cool, I think Elektra Daredevil would be awesome. Or if we get classic Elektra, that's fine too. And 100% is going to be a duelist. I don't see her being a strategist or a Vanguard. Let me see Daredevil Elektra in the game right now. Speaking about things I really don't know about, Sentry. A lot of people assume he's Superman clone. I don't think so. I believe he has like a certain power or like some dark curse inside of Sentry, if I remember correctly, where it's like he kills everything. Sentry is gonna be in the new MCU movie, The Thunderbolts. I believe his name's Bob in that movie. They haven't confirmed it yet, but let's be honest, that is Sentry. I think it's cool enough to make it to the game. I can see him being a Vanguard, hopefully. We need more Vanguards, guys. Come on, we all know how desperately we need more Vanguards. And he has a very cool design. I know it's very Superman-esque, like the S on his belt. Like, I know it's very Superman-esque, but there's enough where you can make him a very unique character to the game. Because he has something, I know he has some like dark curse energy or something where it's like, it's not him and some dark energy thing that happens. Yeah, the Void. Okay, it's called the Void. Dark Century. Yeah, let me get that. That's a sick design. I'm looking it up. It's called the Void. That shit looks sick. I need that, low key. Yeah, I'm gonna need that game. Ooh, imagine that Ultimate, the Void. God, that shit can actually go kind of crazy. Hold on. Next up is Man Thing. Vanguard, obviously. Like I said, as a DC guy, this just looks like Swamp Thing to me, but I know it's not. Man Thing, he's recently been in the Marvel Werewolf by Night. That's where Man Thing showed up. I could see Man Thing being very like a defensive Vanguard, like Groot, where you can like block off pathways and stuff with the green ability that he has, or like some matter control I think Man Thing has. I'm trying to respect these characters because I know a lot of people want Man Thing in the game, but guys, I really don't know what, like, we have Groot. Groot feels like what Man Thing should be if Groot gets replaced. Like, he can block up like pathways and stuff. Maybe he can lay down traps. I don't know. Y'all want Man Thing in the game. I could see it. Don't get me wrong. I could see it. He's more of a darker character. I know that. Next up is Nebula. And I think this would be a very interesting character to add because, one, you don't got that many robots in the game. I know about the leaks. Right, I know about the leaks. I could see her being a duelist or a strategist depending on how her kit could be. I definitely think she has some like repair toolkit ability for either herself or her allies. Also, they like adding a lot of Guardians members or like Cosmic Guardians members into the game, like Warlock and Mantis. And I think Nebula can fit in quite well. Next up is our first mutant on the list, Domino. I believe her mutant power is that she's extremely lucky. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's a cool ability in my opinion, where like nothing really happens to her. She also knows how to use, you know, a gun. So again, this is going to be a hard character to implement to the game because how do you put luck in a 6v6 hero shooter? How do you implement luck in this game? I don't know. Sorry if I'm running by these kind of quick. A lot of these characters I really don't know nothing about. I might read up more about them, but I'm just trying to think how they would implement like half these characters into the game. Next up is someone I wouldn't know how to implement them to the game, is War Machine. I made a concept of War Machine in my personal wishlist video, but I think War Machine should 100% be a Vanguard in this game. If Iron Man's duelist and a certain lead character is a strategist, I think War Machine should be a Vanguard. Make him wear a big bulky War Machine suit, have his machine turret on the top. It'll be really cool to see like a flying Vanguard in the game. I know Doctor Strange could like float, but it's really kind of slow. I want to see a faster moving Vanguard in the air, and I think War Machine fits that build perfectly. If not War Machine, why not Vision? I think Vision will be really cool as a Vanguard. You can make him Aki. Right, they made so many characters Aki in this game. And as a Vanguard role, you can play both offense and defense. Like, you can phase other teammates possibly. You could definitely fly if they want to go that route, or float, who knows. Have some aerial support. Vanguard would be kind of cool. And Vision has a huge history to pull from. I want to see Vision in the game. I know a lot of you guys want to see Vision in the game as well. All right, now we're back to characters I know basically nothing about, so let's see how long I can ramble on for. Next up is Wonder Man. I know he has an MCU show coming out this year at the end of the year. I'm excited to see it. I know nothing about this character. So the biggest power difference I see in Wonder Man that isn't like typical in other superheroes is energy, manipulation, and also shape-shifting. That's interesting. I can see them being a rush-down Vanguard if you make him extremely Aki, or if you want to do the duelist route, which is, again, boring, have a rush-down duelist. But I want to see more Vanguards. Make Wonder Man a Vanguard if you make him Aki. Make him a rush-down character, because it seems like a lot of his stuff is more up close to your face. Like, he has teleportation, immortality, superhuman strength. You know the deal at this point. A lot of the samey abilities. Next up, oh god, it's getting worse for me, is Quake. Quake, I know, is, from what I recognize, is Quake an Inhuman? Oh no, Quake is a mutant. Really? I'll give y'all this. Quake has a very unique ability. She could produce massive vibrating waves of power that causes earthquake-like effects. See, now we're getting back to the fire stuff. This is a fire ability to add it in a hero shooter like this. Causing like earthquakes and stuff like in the middle of the battlefield would be kind of sick. You know, it's a good disruption move. I can see this character being like a amazing knockback or like just stun ability for a lot of, like, let's say duelist that kills your backline, like Black Panther or Spider-Man. You can just completely like shut down with Quake. Would be kind of cool. I can see Quake as like a defensive duelist, kind of like Namor, where you play more range, but you can do a lot from that range. Quake is very interesting. I would like to do like a full concept on Quake for my concept series. She's kind of a cool character now that I'm looking at it. If you want to see concept videos for Marvel Rivals, I do have a playlist for all of that on the channel, so go check that out. Next up, we have good boy Cosmo. Definitely a strategist. I believe this is a Russian like telepath talking dog. I don't know, there's some stuff you can do with this, I guess. I don't like, I can see it being one of those cases like Jeff the Shark, whereas like they cooked with Jeff the Shark like ability list, like he's just a shark. So they can definitely cook with Cosmo. I'm losing my mind with this list. Now, the last two characters for this video, I'm just going to group them up together, is Drax and Gamora. Two popular characters from the comics that everybody wants to see because it just feels like it makes sense. They have the entire Fantastic Four in the game. They have damn well all the Avengers in the game. Why not have all the Guardians of the Galaxy members in this game? I know there's a lore reason why Drax and Gamora's not here. I think Star-Lord brings up in the game where it's like they're missing or something or on a different mission, and that's why we have the roster we have in this game. If Drax gets added, he should be a Vanguard man. He'll be a cool rush down, maybe even dive Vanguard into the game with his dual knives will be kind of cool. And I can see Gamora being a duelist for the game. Maybe have like a crazy cool looking katana that could do different things would be kind of cool, since you know they're in space and stuff. And hopefully has other team ups with other Guardian of the Galaxy members. Man, that was a lot of characters y'all want to see in this game. Marvel has a huge lineup of characters that I know nothing about. I usually don't script stuff for these types of videos. I should have for this one. I know nothing about like half these characters, so I'm sorry if I get stuff wrong. I'm trying. All right, I am trying. Yeah, this is the last time I'm gonna do a community wish list for season 0 at least. Maybe I'll do one at the end of season 1 or season 2, because listen, there's a ton of leaked characters out. We're getting Fantastic Four in season 1, so that's gonna be very cool, and probably other characters too, depending on if the leaks are true, which damn they are. So I don't know when I'm gonna do another one of these. It's probably gonna be a minute till I do another one of these, which is good because I don't know half these characters, like I said before. But again, guys, thank you guys for commenting for all these videos. More Marvel Rivals content coming soon. I played the shit out of this game. I think I almost have like 100 hours on the game. Just trying to come up with content ideas, and I have a ton of stuff planned already. I owe you guys a ton of content already from hitting crazy milestones, which I want to say thank you guys for 3,000 subscribers. Like, wow, thank you. Our goal is 5,000, and then our goal is 7,500, then our goal is 10,000, then our goal just keeps going up. And I want to say thank you guys for taking time out of your day to watch these stupid little videos. They take a long time to make because there's a lot of stuff going on, right? But I'm back. Happy 2025. Peace, you peaceful people, and goodbye.